Hello and welcome to Who Dares Rolls TV. I am your host, Mike B. We're in December. It's 8th? I don't know. It's early December. We're nearly at the final run of 2020. We can just get over the line. There may be hope. So yes, nearly there. Played. That's what I played. Yeah, well, nothing really is what I played. Obviously, we're still in tiered lockdown, so board game-ish stuff is not really happening. We have played some more Hearthstone Battlegrounds. That's pretty much what we've been playing, actually. I've quite enjoyed it because I'm racking up the XP, so it's a good thing for that. Other than that, no, nothing much at all. I have got a bunch of stuff I need to look at. Which I'll try and get some solo stuff done anyway. There. Anyway, other than that, let's move on to news, because that was frankly depressing. News stuff. So news is they've announced that the dates for the UK Games Expo for 2021 are still the June bank holiday weekend dates. I currently have hotel booked there because I moved my hotel bookings from last year, and I was very accommodating at the Ibis Styles, and they moved them to 2021. So I've kind of got a hotel already prepaid for. It's booked. It still seems it's gonna be close. I don't know. The vaccine's rolling out, as of tomorrow. But it's gonna be a while before that has an impact and really kind of gets out into the wider masses. So I think it's a knife edge at the moment. I would love that UK Games Expo happens. We all kind of could do with it. Maybe it'd be a scaled down operation. It's all kind of, there's a lot of dice in the air at the moment in time. It really depends how we come out of a lot of stuff into the new year. At the moment, I'm going to keep a small amount of optimism that it will happen. We'll see. Let's try and get to that point and put 2020 behind us. That would be a really good situation. Who knows? Optimism is the order of the day here, so I'm optimistic that that's going to happen. Let's will it, people. Will it! Make it so. Other news, there was something else popped in my head that was newsworthy that I've forgotten, so we'll ignore that. I took the dog for a walk this morning. Well, here we are, taking the old dog for a walk. There's the pooch, and we appear to have stumbled into a horror movie. It's like Escape American Werewolf in London. It's not good. My life expectancy, if this is a horror movie I've stumbled into, is very low. If I hear a large howling woofy type sound, I'm getting the fuck out of here really quickly. So popped up to near the New Forest. There's a nice bit of moorland there. More, I think that's the word. It's moorish. And took the wolf out. It was freezing this morning, and there was a freezing fog, as you can see from the video. Yes, so visibility was quite limited. It's a big wide area, that moor area, and it does resemble the beginning of American Werewolf in London. Now the thing is with moors and fogs is that actually it's really easy to get lost. I'd wandered out, and my sense of direction is not bad, and I wanted to use a few bits of geography what I knew of, and then probably got lost. Turned around, and I couldn't see. You could see probably about 10 foot in front of you. It was freezing cold. The only thing I ended up doing was, fortunately, I could hear the traffic from the main road, so I kind of headed towards that, and then pulled up Google Maps to reassure myself that I was heading in the direction I needed to do, but I had got really badly lost without thinking I was. That was depressing, terrifying. Yeah, no werewolves attacked me, but yeah, if there'd been a growl or roar from off the, I would have been the fuck out there really fast. But yeah, that was that. It was nice. It was brisk. It was cold, but Baxter enjoyed his wander anyway, so that was nice. So that happened. Other news stuff is there's not really much about the news. I mean, I'm going to acknowledge now to come clean. I have weakness. I've pre-ordered the Aliens Another Day in the Core base set and the first expansion with the extra Marines. I am denied around it. It's kind of shipping about now. I didn't go for the full all-in package, which was about 100 quid with some extra plastic bling. Whether I'll come to rue that, I don't know. I kind of just wanted the idea. The key thing was kind of absorbed me is it's a 6-player game. That I have a lot of 6-player nights on a Friday. That I thought it was a quick dice chuckery hopefully easy enough to get to the table, kind of campaign-ish but light game, may tick all the boxes that make that a good thing. So, and I love Aliens. I love the Alien series. Alien is fantastic. Aliens was just a cracking action sci-fi war movie. And I really have a soft spot for Alien 3 as well, because I know it killed, spoiler, but not really, like Newton Hicks from the not Newton Hicks, Newt and Higgs from the original Aliens. They're obviously dead at the start of the movie, and I know that kind of turned a load of people off. It was by David Fincher, his first directed movie, and it grew me. I never didn't not like it. I liked the stark, dark, twisted, kind of that weird aesthetic to the whole thing. It's kind of the cool setup. Watch the documentary on the Alien Legacy Blu-rays or DVDs, you can get hold of it, because it goes into all the complete mess that was around Alien 3 and all the various ideas, including Vincent Ward's wooden planet spheroid thing that took some of the prisoner elements, came into it. Crazy shit. Well, yes, it is a broken movie. I think the work print cut, which is available on that Legacy set, has a bit more of the plot line in it and makes a bit more sense and a bit more stuff's going on. Definitely makes the film better. It's a shame we're never going to get the Fincher cut, as it were, because he's kind of disowned it, and they were a bit dicks to him. Anyway, yes, I digress massively, but, all those first three Alien movies are fantastic. The fourth one looks gorgeous, but has many problems, and then we'll get into the other stuff, which is Ridley Scott and stuff, I don't know. The kind of moments, but looks beautiful, but just broken, stupid plotting. Anyway, Aliens, another very cool. I love the leading edge Alien game. Aliens game, I had it many years ago. I think we've covered this. I've vlogged it. Bang. That's coming. So I believe it's got a solo mode. So I will have a fiddle with that. I hear you got to build the minis. I don't mind that really, but I know there's been a bit of hoo-ha. The other thing that I've guiltily pre-ordered is the Dune Imperium, which is from Direwolf Games, the guys who did Clank and Clank Legs and all that. And they've taken the Dune license, more the movie thematics and stuff of it, but Dune's Dune, and turned it into quite allegedly a tight card game with like the Arctic Scavengers vibe to it. Loved Arctic Scavengers. So they're my last two purchases for this year. And that's it. I'm done. Nothing else. They're on the way. It's a treat. It's been a bad year. I need to treat myself. Other than that, I've got something coming from Portal Games. So there's a USPS notification. Something's coming from Portal. I don't know what Portal have put out recently, or potting out. So I don't know what's coming. Bless Ignacy. I've still got to review Detective Season 1. I'm just looking up there, and I never got around to finishing Robinson Crusoe's Mystery Tales. So there's stuff to look at I need to do, and I apologise for that. Now, I also need to put my review up for the Imperial Settlers app, Imperial Settlers Roll and Write app, which is really good. It's one I've gone to a few times, so I'll just say that now. It is really good. If you're on the fence or see it cheap, pick it up, because it's actually better implementation than the board game equivalent, I will say. Right. Yes, so that's kind of news, but not really news. Kickstarter, not a lot going on Kickstarter. Although there was one thing really popped out at me, was Stephen Rhodes games. So Stephen Rhodes is an artist. He does kind of this 70s retro art with like a kind of David Lynchian twisted vibe to it. And I quite like his stuff. It's got a kind of bunty comic look, but via some bad shit. So there's 3 games coming out in a pack. You can buy them separately in the Kickstarter. There's a free pack of them, and all kind of twisted up. That Summon a Demon looks kind of cool. I quite like that. Let's go digging for treasure or whatever it is, because that just looks fucked up. You're digging in the graveyard. Kids digging in the graveyard looking for stuff. And it's got his art or whatever it is. I like the art style, the aesthetic of it. They look quite simple games. I might pick one of them up. I'm tempted by the digging. The Demons one's tempting me, but I like the digging idea. It looks kind of cool, push your luck game. But they're kind of aesthetically kind of cool. I don't think the games are anything deep or meaningful to them. I don't know if they'll ever see it over here on the shores over here, so I'm tempted of like, FOMO's kicking in. I don't know. We'll see. But I've kind of ticked that as a potential maybe. Then there's the COVID-19 supermarket treasure hunt or whatever. Seems an ill-advised decision, really, at this point. I mean, the idea actually looks sound. Having worked in a shop, I know all about empty shop shelves and stupidity of it. just seems a poorly planned and timed thing. A lot of people still dying of COVID, and it's kind of a thing. I don't know. Anyway, I'm not by any means saying you should go about that, but just it popped up, and I'm like, well, there we go. There's another carpetbagger. But at least it feels like they've kind of thought about it. I'm not backing stupid people. So there's all of that. There's not a lot going on. This feels it. So the one thing did pop up actually in the last couple of days. Lance, I was going to say the Undead Viking. We know Lance Maxter. Undead Viking. He's on my friends list. He was talking about Michael Clayton, which is the George Clooney movie from a few years ago, maybe 5 or 6 years ago, maybe longer. It's directed and written by Tony Gilroy. Tony Gilroy wrote all the original Bourne movies and directed Bourne Legacy, which was all right. Jeremy Renner. Anyway, he did this. He wrote this, and it's got Clooney, and it's got a really good cast. Tom Wilkinson in this, Tilda Swinton. It's a fictional account, but it's kind of based on a real story if you go and follow some interviews with Clooney. Anyway, Lance was about it as one of his top 10 favourite films. And I was sat there watching it going, you know what? I think it might be one of my really, really favourite films. I haven't watched it for a while. It's one of those movies that if I start watching it, catch it, I kind of need to finish it. If you don't know what Michael Clayton is, Clooney plays like, he's a lawyer, but he's not a lawyer. He works for a big law firm. And he's kind of the bagman, troubleshooter. He's sent just to deal with shit and resolve it. And Clooney's just effortlessly does it. It's perfect for him. He's the perfect part. I do like Clooney and stuff. And in this, he's like perfectly cast as that kind of loser character, but, you know, that slick scene. And he plays it the shit out of this. There's a really great class. It's kind of got the 70s conspiracy thriller vibe to it. It's all to do with a corporation is basically trying to cover its ass in relation to a lawsuit that's going on and some chemicals which is carcinogenic. Tom Wilkinson's lawyer character is on their side for the company, but loses his plot and is actually building a case against them. Stuff happens. It's played a little bit out of order when you play it. It's one of those movies that you watch and the longer it kind of just grows on you and you get really enveloped into the plot. But I do like that. It's got that kind of 70s conspiracy thriller feel to it. As it is, Sidney Pollack is in the movie as an actor, but he is a director as well. Best known for a few things. He did Tootsie and stuff. He's really great in that. But he also himself directed 3 Days of the Condor, which has got Robert Redford in it, which is another great 70s conspiracy thriller movie. Redford's an interpreter in a station, a CIA station, I think it's in New York, which is Clayton's all set in New York as well. Goes out for lunch one day, comes back, and everyone's been killed, violently killed. And he's on the run, and he doesn't know who's killed them. I don't know. He doesn't know where's safe. It's a real classic. That 70s trust no one, again with a good cast. Faye Dunaway, I think, is in there. Max von Sydow, Cliff Robinson. It's great, and Redford is brilliant in this. Really great sort of 70s conspiracy movie thing. And then thinking of that with Pollock, and that kind of falls back to this was its thing was the Parallaxville with Warren Beatty, which is another 70s. I do like a conspiracy thriller if they're done well. I think this is Alan J. Pakula, guy did All the President's Men later. This is Warren Beatty in this one, and this is a full-on classic 70s paranoia conspiracy movie. It kind of does a vague around a political assassination that kind of falls back to the Teddy Kennedy thing, but it's not, it's fictional. And Beatty basically trying to uncover, I think he's an investigator before I remember rightly, and just, brilliant. Paranoia, trust no one, and it goes deep into that sort of 70s paranoia, and it's a classic bleak sort of bit of 70s paranoia movie making. Yes, so anyway, off of Lance's recommendation for that, I dug that back up and watched Clayton again, and then reminded me of these two movies and their connection, and they're all three of them really great thriller conspiracy movie type stuff. You can't go, if you watch all them, that's a great weekend of film to watch. So anyway, there we go. I've gone off the beaten track. Well, we're weeks away from the big day now. It's thundering past, isn't it? I have still got a bunch of videos to get out, which I will hopefully spend a bit of time editing some stuff. There was a Twilight Imperium Prophecy of Kings unboxing video, which is nearly ready to go, so I'll get that out in the next couple of days. I've got my top 50s coming. Some other fits kind of on the back burner. I still haven't done releases roundup for November. It's kind of into December now. I'm thinking maybe that moment has passed and I'll do something later. I don't know. Lots of stuff going on, as always. Yippee! Stay safe out there. I'll be back soon with more of whatever this is. Yeah, thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch you soon. Ta-ta.
Bye.